And Let's Toast Media actually has a really good comment here. So it says JJ gives you a higher percentage of losing, and Cade gives you a lower percentage of losing. Sorry, I think I read that wrong in my mind, but I I think it's difficult because there's so much unknown with JJ, and not from a talent perspective, just from a decision making perspective. And it's like thunderstorming here, so sorry if it's
Hear that
in the
rumbling.
background. But I think there's so much unknown with JJ where I think Cade definitely gives you a lower chance of losing a game because he is in a very good way risk averse. Like he is not going to put the ball in harm's way. His ball security is top notch. He's just really smart and makes really good decisions with the ball. So he's not going to put the ball in harm's way, which is a very easy way to get you beat. But when you look at JJ, we're not quite sure if, with the number of reps that he had, if you extrapolate that out to a starting quarterback's, pass attempts and rushing attempts, who knows? Does he have 10 turnovers in the season? Does he turn it over 15 times? Does he turn it over twice? You just don't know because he hasn't had the ball in his hand that often to really know what that's going to look like.
Now, if Let's Toast Media would have stated that Cade's got the higher floor and the lower ceiling, I would definitely agree with that. Well, I would definitely agree with one half of that. It remains to be seen about the other half of that. But the way he states it here, unless I'm reading this
So
incorrectly, that why would you play JJ McCarthy in this case?
So I think he just corrected it. He said what he meant to say was JJ gives you a higher percentage of winning.
Okay. Okay.
So based on that, what are your thoughts on it?
You're basically in his mind less prone to the upset with Cade playing, but you have a greater possibility of pulling off an upset and playing to your maximum potential with JJ. Again, I'm going to agree with the latter portion of that, the JJ plus side. I'm going to reserve my judgment on that JJ's susceptible more so to it's reasonable, it's logical to think that. I just don't know that that's been proven.
Correct. I feel the same way. And I think about a game that was close last year, like a Nebraska game, right? And I this is purely hypothetical. I'm not trying to paint JJ in any type of light or anything like that. But in that Nebraska game, if you turn the ball over once or twice, if you have a fumble here and there, I think Michigan ended up winning that game by 7, if I'm not mistaken. 3. Sorry. Yes. So it's games like that where overall Cade had having the higher floor, if you will, is a benefit because that okay, even though we're gonna go out here and we're probably not gonna be aggressive offensively, I know that worst case we're gonna be punting the ball, pinning them deep, and putting our extremely talented defense back out on the field versus the potential of, and let's not say JJ, player X at quarterback potentially getting greedy or being overly aggressive and putting the ball in harm's way. So it's a difficult thing to judge, and like you said, it hasn't been proven. So I'm not sure you can call it either way. So yeah, I understand the premise, but it's just there's just such an unknown with JJ when you talk about volume of decisions to be made, essentially. So I guess to put a cap on it, I personally am not sold that they're going to throw the ball more in the out of conference. I think I'm okay with it because, like I said, the way that last season ended up. So if that does happen, I can live with it. My preference is yes, let's throw it more, but I don't think that's going to happen. But I don't think that also has any real impact on the season itself. So we shall see. We shall see.